Welcome to the HFT Stocks and Options Commentary. I'm Pablo Navarro. Today is Monday, February 4th, 2013. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at negative 1,725. NASDAQ advanced decline differential closed at negative 1,340. We had 20 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and one new 52-week low for the S&P 500. Very low readings here on the breadth of the market and on the number of 52-week highs after we were seeing 100 plus readings per day last week. For the dollar volatility index, the VIX, the dollar weighted put call ratio for the VIX on Feb, March, and April, we saw neutral readings with 38, 41, and 15% of the total premiums paid. And on May, June, and July, all of them were bearish readings, but very low volume here with 2, 1, and 3% of the premiums paid. Here we have the Qs, the NASDAQ ETF. As you can see here, we were down 1.7% for the day. Very big drop today here. We are right now at the 100-day moving average. It has been resistance and support both a couple of times. I'm going to watch here very closely if we're able to break to the downside. If we do, probably we're going to make a new low for the year, and I would be looking for filling this gap that we've made on the first day of the trading year and the 200-day moving average. So if we break this 100-day moving average, I'm looking for a 65.60, which is the 200-day, and even going lower to the 65.40 level. That's going to be what I'm watching here on the Qs. Not very bullish action here. We've been trading in a range, but now it's been getting a little bit more bearish. For the IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, here we have this upward trend here. We're getting there some support. I'm going to watch tomorrow if we're going to be able to bounce here. If we do, pretty nice low risk entry point to the upside. Nothing going on here. We were down 1.1% for the day. And maybe we're looking here for going higher, maybe a low risk entry as I mentioned. For GLD, here we have it. We were up 0.38% for the day. We bounced off the 200-day moving average, but we continue to be here on this tiny range here. I'm looking for a break of the 200-day moving average and eventually coming to this 158 level. That's going to be important. Remember, we have now this 163.14, which is the 55-day moving average. Gonna be some support, some resistance on the upside. So let's see how gold handles that. For silver, we were down 0.25%. Here we continue to be on this triangle. You can see it here. We have some resistance up here around the 31 level and some support around the 30.28. That's gonna be important. I want to see a break to either side there and we'll trade it accordingly. I think we're gonna go to the downside and test the 29.71 level. For SLX, here's the steel ETF. This was one of the worst performance, the sector performance of the day. You can see here we have this downward trend line here and we have some support here. I think we're coming to test that support again around 48.20, 48.30. That's going to be critical. If we break that level, maybe coming to this raging 50-day moving average around 47.56. So keep an eye on that one. Another sector that was under pressure today, coal. KOL, that's the coal ETF, down 1.74% for the day. We broke the 200-day and the 50-day. We are right now at the 100-day moving average. I think we have some more room to the downside. You could trade it against this 25.02, which is the 200-day moving average, and maybe targeting the around the 24 level would be a nice area for support. For Apple here, down 2.5% for the day, pretty close to the closing low that we've been seeing here. We're gonna have to watch here how it reacts tomorrow. Maybe we're going to break either lower and maybe go to the 425 level if we break from here. 425, it's some support level I'm looking at. Maybe 430 start to nibbling in some longs and they try to play a bounce, but we're gonna watch first here. Not much volume today here on Apple. Maybe just dropping here, getting ready to push higher to the 20-day moving average. I'm looking for a 490 target right now on Apple. On Facebook, down 5.5% for the day. We broke basically everything here. We are right now at some type of support, but I wouldn't try to get long here. Maybe try to get short on a breakdown from here. If we do break down from here, I'm looking for 25.75. That could be a nice downtrend from here. So let's watch tomorrow how Facebook acts here on this support. For LVS, Las Vegas Sand, here we have it. We had a breakout last week here on earnings, then we followed through very nicely, and today we're dropping 2.5%. I did not like this. I think we're going lower from here. I don't think this breakout is gonna last. I would fade it from here. Looking for around the 51.5 level would be pretty nice target on the downside for a short-term trade. And Netflix, this is the last chart we're looking at. You can see here we were up 7.5% for Netflix. This upward trend line, very short term. I'm looking for a breakout here. I would get long on any upside here above 175, 175.50. Getting long, I would looking for very strong momentum on Netflix. I like this name here.